Take a walk down the river tonight with a light that's on my mind. There's some things I could say to you now, but it's better I stay quiet. Better life, better days, off this stray from this place that I'm in once again with you now. I must break away from this high. It's not real, falsified. I can't stay here too long by your side. I must break away now. Everyone there has left you alone. Still it's me that sticks around. Even though you don't notice it now, I have loved you the same.
Hi there folks, it's Brian Nankervis here with the Boolarra Folk Festival 2021. This festival features many of your favourite artists as well as some new faces, and it's an online presentation this year due to the restrictions that we all know about. I'm here today in Balara, which is on the traditional land of the Briargalong people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and I pay my respect to their elders past, present and emerging. Now, each year the Balara Festival welcomed crowds of between 8,000 and 10,000 people in beautiful Centenary Park. The community of Balara have done a great job to create this new event for everyone to enjoy online and maintain the magic of the festival. I have the pleasure of sharing an afternoon of entertainment with you all as we kick off the 2021 Balara Folk Festival. Let's begin with a band that combines elements of old-time country, bluegrass, blues and jug band sounds with good-humoured banter and audience participation. So, sit back wherever you're watching from and relax as we welcome the Strzelecki Stringbusters.
A worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I went across the river, lay down to sleep. I went across the river, lay me down to sleep. When I woke up, had shackles on. 29 links of chain around my legs. 29 links of chain around my legs. And on each link, the initials of my name. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. It takes a worried man to sing a worried song. I'm worried now, but I won't be worried long. I asked the judge what might be my fine. I asked the judge what might be my fine. Well, 21 years on the Rocky Mountain line. Train arrived, 16 coaches long. Train arrived, 16 coaches long. The woman I love, she's on that train gone.
Andy Taylor from Balara. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Boolarra Folk Festival, streamed live. All right, we'll keep rolling. Oh, the man stole the water, will swim forevermore. He'll never reach God's golden shore. That thin white line haunt his soul till the memories are gone. You dig a hole in the ground, right down to hell, till there ain't no water in that well. Way down on your knees, with nothing left to sell. Don't you try digging deeper in that well. Now, well, you dig a hole in the ground, right down to hell, till there ain't no water in that well. Way down on your knees, nothing left to sell. Won't you try digging deeper in that well? Now, well. Well, you take care of your body like you care for your soul. Don't you dig yourself a grave, big hole till you pay the price. You don't know what it's worth. Water, fire, love, made a big hole in the ground, right down to hell, till there ain't no water in that well. Way on down on the yanks, nothing left to sell. Won't you try digging deeper in that well? Now, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get James up.
Howdy, catties.
Come on, James. What are you doing there, mate?
Just talking about.
He's chucking the chicken.
What key we in, boys?
Hey,
I said, what key we in, boys?
B flat.
B flat 7.
Just got to clear my throat. What's this about? The amenities here or the kitchen?
Come blame the thief for stealing wallets, that's just what they do. Come blame me for stealing hearts when you taste a barbecue. She got a brisket nice and tender, best you ever tried. Where she cooks so nice and slow, she leave you satisfied. Ain't seen a Memphis town, Arkansas on down. Come on in to Mary's kitchen if you want your sauce to drown. She got a sign on a hoop on porch saying hot stuff for sale, and a little 3-room shotgun in the alley behind the jail. Sweet, sour, thick or thin, tangy, hot or mild. Some like it hot, some
Smoking out that charcoal grill, put the sauce on my famous ribs. And when it comes to what you want, the whole neighborhood's got theirs. One taste and you'll be hooked, it's like nothing else you've known. Find yourself on the kitchen floor, hoping she throws you a bone. Kansas City to Memphis town, Arkansas on down. Come on into Mary's kitchen if you want your salty ground.
Thank you.
James Smee. Thank you, James. Thank you, James Smee. That was a beautiful song. Ladies and gentlemen, please kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the Boolarra Folk Festival. Yeah.
A big thank you to the String Busters, who've appeared at nearly every folk festival for the last 18 years, sometimes even when they weren't invited. Many people who have attended the festival have seen the String Busters play on stage, but also in Railway Park under this big tree, entertaining crowds at the market. Next up, we have one of Gippsland's favourite sons playing for us. Please enjoy the beautiful voice of Jack Jones.
The morning sunlight moves gently on our bed. The sounds of distant traffic float into my head. Eyes slowly open. Words won't be enough. What is left unspoken, burns softly in your touch. So hold me in your arms. Hold me in your arms. So my love, hold me in your arms. Time moves without us. This room will be untouched. We're safe beneath the truth now. Both safe within this love. So hold me in your arms. Hold me in your arms. So my love, hold me in your arms. And though the heart in me feels small, then you can see I can't get close enough. Every single day is ours to feel this way. I can't get close enough, never close enough. So be in your arms. Hold me in your arms. So my love, hold me in your
I guess you've heard, I guess you know. In time I'd have told you, but I guess I'm too slow. And it's overly romantic, but I know that it's real. I hope you don't mind if I say what I feel. It's like I'm in somebody else's dream. And this could not be happening to me. But you were there, you were everything I'd never seen. You woke me up from this long and empty sleep. I was alone. Now open my eyes, you were there. Don't be alarmed, no, don't be concerned. I don't want to change things, leave them just as they were. I mean, nothing's really different. It's me who feels strange. I'm always lost for words when someone mentions your name. I know I'll get over this for sure. No, not the type who dreams there could be more. But you were there, you were everything I'd never seen. You woke me up from so long and in the sleep I was alone. Now open my eyes, you were there. Can I take your smile home with me? Oh, the magic in your head. The rain has stopped, the storm has passed. Look at all the colors, now the sun's here at last. Suppose that you believe, but I want you to know part of you stays with me even after you go. Like an actor playing someone else's scene. This could not be happening to me. You were there, you were everything I'd never seen. You woke me up from so long and in the sleep I was alone. I opened my eyes now. I'm not alone. I opened my eyes. You were there. This night, this place, tremble in my hands. The headlights on the windscreen, but I see summertime cotton dress, got a ribbon in your hand. Warm nights on the coast road, yes I see. But I lost direction, my heart ran to right. Take me back to the start. Oh my darling, oh my love, only you I'm thinking of. Come find me, lead me to water. Oh my darling, oh my love, this life is not enough to find me. Lead me to water. Lead me to water. Corner store, welcome back. There's a lot of tension in the air. Smiles turn into warnings. Leave her alone. Well, I learned some lessons, changed my ways. Don't drag me back to the past. Oh my darling, oh my love, only you I'm thinking of. Come find me, lead me to water. Oh my darling, oh my love, this life is not enough to find me. Lead me to water. Lead me to water. Come inside, second chance I won't lose again. How much longer must I wait to touch you, my love? I wanna hold you, my love. They've only told you what they want you to know. Longer hair, but the same smile. Age has passed you by. Yes, you understand. It's there in your eyes. Feel the empty fire soul. Watch the distance away. Only you can do it. Oh my darling, oh my love, only you I'm thinking of. Come find me, lead me to water. Oh my darling, oh my love, this life is not enough to find me. Lead me to water. Lead me to water. Yeah. Lead me to water.
Thanks, Jack, and thanks for playing in 2009 and also for supplying that video clip to us for this year's online festival. Next up, a local Gippsland band, Borderline. This talented group of musicians have been performing in Gippsland for many, many years. Borderline are a crowd favourite at the Boolarra Folk Festival, performing a range of covers and original compositions featuring great instrumental work and strong blended harmonies.
Chewing on a piece of grass,
walking down the road. Tell me how long you gonna stay here, Joe. Some people say this town don't look good in snow. You don't care, I know. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, the days surround your daylights there. Seasons crying, oh despair, alligator lizards in the air, in the air. Wishing on falling star, waiting for the early train. Sorry boy, I've been hit by purple rain. Oh come on Joe, you can always change your name. Things are like sun, just the same. Ventura Highway in the sunshine, where the days are longer, the nights are stronger than moonshine. You're gonna go, I know. Cause the free wind is blowing through your hair, days surround your daylights there. Seasons crying, oh despair, alligator lizards in the air, in the
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's a song from a very famous band called America, and it's a great song called Ventura Highway. We're going to feature now Caroline Boothman on a Johnny Nash song called I Can See Clearly Now.
I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds
Thank you very much. Hey, we're going to play our final tune. It's a classic Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. It's called Love the One You're With.
Don't remember who you're talking to. Concentration will slip away because your baby's so far away. Well, there's a rose in a fisted glove, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with, love the one you're with, love the one you're with. Well, don't be angry, don't be sad, don't go crying over good times you had. 'Cause there's a girl right next to you, and she's just waiting for something to do. Well, there's a rose in a fisted glove, flies with the dove. And if you can be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. 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 Well, turn your heartache into joy, 'cause she's a girl and you're a boy. Get it together, make it nice. You ain't gonna need no more advice, 'cause there's a rose in a fisted glove, and the eagle flies with the dove. And if you can be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. 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 Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the Boolarra Festival. We are Borderline, and we'll catch up with you next time. 1, 2, 3.
Hi, I'm Councillor Sharon Gibson, Mayor of Latrobe City. I'd like to congratulate the Boolarra Folk Festival Committee for being agile and adaptive in taking the festival online. The committee has weathered the challenges of bushfires, intense rain and heat waves, with COVID certainly being no different. Despite all of this, the committee rolls up their sleeves and gets on with the job of making the festival a success. This year, the Folk Festival provides opportunities not just for the audience to experience great music, but allows bands and performers a chance to rehearse and perform live again. To reference the showbiz line, I hope the performers break a leg. Join me in sitting back and taking the music and festivities of the 2021 Boolarra Folk Festival.
The inaugural Boolarra Folk Festival was held on the Saturday afternoon of March 22, 2003 across the Centenary and Rail Trail Parks in Balara. The theme for that first festival was folk and drums. From the first year, the festival has grown and now runs across the entire weekend, including Friday night at Ark Yanar and Sunday sessions at the Balara Community Hotel. The Boolarra Folk Festival is a free event and attracts around 10,000 people to Balara each year. I sat down with the president of the festival, Rick Teixeira, and asked him why the festival was so important to the community of Balara.
It's very, very important for us. It brings our communities together, which is what we're really after and what we do achieve. Since day one of the first festival to now, we're now taking it from bringing everyone together physically to this festival that we're putting on for 2021 as a virtual event, but it's still connecting people, and that's, to us, is the most important thing.
And what do you remember about the first festival?
Well, it's a bit of a blur, Brian. I know that we spent 12 months sort of planning for it, and it was still such an exciting sort of weekend for us. We had some great bands that's still coming back to our festival as well. We were so excited. We actually had 2 stages as well. So it was, so we were, one band would be on, and the next band would be setting up, and bang, it was all go. I think probably had about 20 acts. It was huge. So it was hard work for our stage managers, but it was a very successful event. And the reason we actually put it on is that from conversations we've had before in our community, we had a music in the park event. And we brought some bands down, and there was a couple of our founding members went, gee, we should actually run a folk festival. So that's actually how it all started. As simple as that.
And so when you say it brings together the communities, you're not just talking about Balara, there are other communities as well.
That's right, yeah. I mean, the first thing is to look within our own community. It's a small town of 450 people, and nearly, or majority of them are actually involved in the festival in one way or another through being on community groups that might have be a stall holder, or they're part of the volunteers that we need to run the festival. So then we take it out further to towns within Latrobe City, and then of course across Gippsland, and now we're seeing people coming from all over the Victorian state, so which is pretty exciting. And we even have you here, which is even better.
Delighted to be here. Delighted to be here. Well, of course, and not only is it bringing the community together, but I would imagine it works as a focus for young musicians who it's a great opportunity for them, and some not so young.
Well, that's right, exactly. And it's amazing the talent we actually have in Latrobe City. As a musical talent. It's quite extraordinary. We've had this sort of Latrobe musical feel that we've had for decades, especially in our jazz and our fusion type music as well, to the folk. And people say, oh, folk festival, it's all like Peter, Paul and Mary. Well, no, it's actually worldly, and that's what we love. So we're getting all the variations or different genres as well. So, and a lot of it's homegrown. And we've seen some very wonderful musicians, work professionally now as well, and internationally. So we're pretty happy to see those people come back to our festival as well.
Of course. And if you had to pick a highlight, and I know I'm pushing you here, Rick, but a highlight of any of the festivals, could you pick one?
From a local point of view? Well, I suppose Jack Jones is our favourite. And we've known him since he was, a wee lad.
A Traralgon boy.
A Traralgon boy. In fact, I played with his mum in a little jazz combo for about 10 years as well. So there's a nice link there. But to see him grow up, become, he's a brilliant musician, and he's an international standard. So of course he came and played for us for the 2009 festival, which was right after the bushfire. So for him to come and do that, and he just performed brilliantly, a huge crowd, and everyone was so quiet. So look, there's so many highlights, and but there's one for you.
It's a tribute to the community that you've kept this going. I know I came up here, a year or so ago for a 10-year anniversary of the bushfires, and I remember being struck by the strength of the community, and you could tell that people cared about each other, and a real feeling for the community, but also a real feeling for each other and the wider environment. I mean, look at this.
It's pretty good.
It's a beautiful part of the world.
We're a very unique community.
Yes.
We've gone through some pretty tough times over the years, and we're so lucky that we just, come together, help each other out, and get on with it.
Yep.
So
beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, but you feel very secure in this community, and we wouldn't want to leave it. But that's what we love about our town here, and we're a town of people who want to try different things as well.
Yeah.
Who would have thought we've had 19 years of a folk festival, in a small town like this.
Yeah.
It does put our town on the map. It does put our Latrobe City on the map, but it promotes local musicians, and and to me that's super important. But it promotes the wonderful things of this area as well.
Well, good on you. More power to you, Rick.
Thank you very much, Brian.
All right.
And just letting you know, Boolarra Folk Festival.
Yes.
It's international. It's virtual.
Good. That's right.
It's free and it's in Balara.
Excellent. It's going to the world. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting our next performer, Tina Bartle, at the 2018 Balara Remembers event, and this is her debut at the Boolarra Folk Festival. Tina is a singer-songwriter from Gippsland whose own brand of indie rock has captivated audiences across regional and metro Victoria for the last 8 years. Please enjoy the sweet sound of Tina Bartle.
Hello Balara, I'm Tina Bartle. It's great to be here.
Tell me that you feel the weight of waiting for each other's movements. 'Cause right now I think I'm stalling for time. Put your hand up to my chest and feel the thumping underneath it. 'Cause now I know I'm stalling for time. I know you like to make the first move, so why aren't you making it now? Told my friends about your smile, and now they won't talk to me. I guess they think it will fade in time. Your dad thinks that we don't work and doesn't want me round your house again. You don't stand up for me this time. I know you like to make the first move, so why aren't you making it now? I know you like to make the first move, so why aren't you making it now? So I'll think back to that night in your double bed when we hid under the covers from your crying family, and I hear your laugh burst out of your chest. Now my best isn't good enough for this. No, my best isn't good enough for this. I know you are afraid to make the first just move. So why aren't I making it now? Why aren't I making it now?
Awesome. This next one is a song called Great White Shark. And I wrote it originally for a songwriting class at uni, and I fell in love with it. It's a really meaningful song. It is about having a relationship with a person who you know deep down that they're not like okay, but you try and push through it anyway. So this is Great White Shark.
What have we become? You too close to the sun, just like your father did. He burned all his bridges. Words don't have to hurt. They can taste as sweet as honey. Oh honey, you're not nice. Yeah, you're not nice to me. I'm as bright as your teeth, just as sharp. See them scatter from the great white shark. Cut off all my hair. Since you cut me off again. See, I'm not smart enough to understand your jokes. Hang up on me one more time, except I'm not calling back. I'll disconnect the line. I have cried my fair share. You played your part. A rotten core spoils a good fruit from the start. Men go hunting for you, great white shark. Breathe in, then breathe out. Don't you like the taste of water? So what are we to do? I can't yell as loud as you. Swing as much as you want. Go fake it all. Bait the hook, take a bite. Now watch them crawl. Feel the dirt, brush it off. Where's your heart? Don't you have one in you, great white shark? You don't have it in you, great white shark.
Okay, my last song is the title track of my new EP that's coming out soon. This song is called How to Be Vulnerable, and it's about just kind of, you know, the kind of fake personalities we put on when we are meeting people for the first time and just trying to make it seem like everything's okay, and the kind of way that we act in front of people, especially like extended family, that you just kind of have to do so that everyone thinks everything's fine. Thank you.
stretching out. I'd have discipline if I tried it all. Think I'd be a success if I was told what I'd be successful for now. The dinner's on the plate. See the dirty laundry dry. I'll try to figure out just how to be vulnerable. Tell the stories we played and they rehearsed. Time for nicety, small talk till it hurts. Throw our shit down the drain if it don't work. We all think that you're great. We think that you're great. We think that you're great. Look at you now. The dinner's on the plate. See the dirty laundry dry. I'll try to figure out just how to be vulnerable. I'll be polite around the house. Tighten your face like that counts. Are we really scared of being known? Or are we afraid of no longer being alone? Thank you so much, Balara.
The Little Orchestra of Abundance is a large ensemble from Balara, Yinnar, Merbau North and surrounds. This musical collective formed in 2019 to have fun, enjoy the big band sounds and encourage beginners and young musicians from the Strzelecki Ranges. Their upbeat harmonies and energy will bring you loads of joy. The Little Orchestra of Abundance.
Where are we going this fine morning? What are we doing this fine day? We're doing the same as every morning. Staying inside on this fine morning, staying inside on this fine day. Stare at the screen like every morning. And outside the window, spring is here. We're gonna hibernate all year under a pile of A4 snowflakes. 'Cause we're the new generation. We are the battery human. Oh, we were born to be free range. Oh,
was a song about the human condition. We are the Battery Human by Stornoway. Now we're venturing to the Greek underworld for a story about Orpheus and Eurydice in Hades Town.
Follow that dollar for a long way down, far away from the poorhouse door. Either get to hell or to Hades Town, ain't no difference anymore. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Hound dog howl and the whistle blow, train comes rolling, clicking back. Nobody knows where that old train goes. Those who know, they don't come back. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Winter's nigh and summer's o'er. I hear that high and lonesome sound of my husband coming for to bring me home to Hades Town. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Everybody dresses in clothes so fine. Everybody's pockets are weighted down. Everybody's sipping ambrosia wine. It's a gold mine in Hades Town. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground.
Everybody hungry, everybody is tired. Everybody saves by the sweat of his brow. Wage is nothing and the work is hard. It's a graveyard in Hades Town.
Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground.
Penny in the wishing well, every little nickel on the drum. All them shining little heads and tails, where do you think they come from?
Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Mr. Hades is a mighty king, must be making some mighty big deals. Seems like he owns everything, kinda makes you wonder how it feels. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Way down, Hades Town, way down under the ground. Way down under the ground. Way down under the ground.
We're taking a trip to Byzantium now.
Istanbul was Constantinople. nobody's business but the turf. Nobody's business but the turf. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes and cutaway coat, perfect fits. Putting on the Ritz. Dressed up like $1 million trooper, trying hard to look like Gary Cooper. Super duper, come let's mix where Rockefellers walk with swings of umbrellas in their midst. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz. Putting on the Ritz.
Yeah!
Christian Mitzi is our next performer and has been performing on and off at the Balara Folk Festival since 2004. With a strong yet gentle voice, Christian weaves beauty and truth into the lyrics of each of his songs. Thank you to Christian for appearing once again at the Balara Folk Festival.
So I'm noticing a little bit of crackle in the speakers. Maybe a little bit of a combination of the rain or the dust in the old things, because I haven't used them for the whole year. But if I blow up, just tell Mum I love her. There's something about the hours in the evening, how time it moves so slowly through the night, like how the darkness creeps into my pretty love song, when night is dark for just as long as day is bright. I've got enough to fill my cup and to keep me moving, got some more to see me through another day. And I'm so grateful to all you people who've shown me love along the way. Still I'm afraid I cannot say I did it all my way. My regrets, they all cast shadows in my mind. I know tomorrow is a chance for a new day, as soon as I can leave my yesterdays behind. Now the soul can't say my road has all been easy, still just as hard for those who've walked this road before. I'm just trying to keep my eye on the horizon, my spirit free from keeping score. Still I can't turn my back on the truth, it does surround me. Even when I make believe it isn't there. Just like the sun, it wraps its loving arms around me, but leaves me shivering in the evening air. I'm afraid I cannot say I did it all my way. My regrets, they all cast shadows in my mind. I know tomorrow is a chance for a new day. If only I could leave my yesterdays behind. I'm afraid I cannot say I did it all my way. These regrets, they all cast shadows in my mind. I know tomorrow is a chance for a new day. As soon as I can leave my yesterdays behind. Thanks everyone. Thanks so much. This one's off my new CD and it's called A Little Space, which kind of took on a whole new meaning once COVID-19 hit. But it has nothing to do with social distancing at all. By the riverbank sits a pretty little town. There's a golden sunny glimmer on the waters of the river. Through its streets there is a trickling sound. It's old and it's romantic, and I'm told there is still magic in its trees there to be found. It was settled in the 60s by some artists who had fixed these little cabins up from their chimneys to the ground. The men and women here built this town. Oh, they were just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe again. They were just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe. These days inner city living's getting pretty hard. They're doing $1 million bank loans for these little urban pack homes, and you don't even get a Hills hoist in a yard. All stacked up like tuna cans, and the soundtrack is the traffic jams. Best get a marquee car to get around. It's time to uproot, hire a mover, commute and buy a scooter. You can move a little further out of town. We're all just following that little river down. Oh, we're all just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe again. We're all just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe. This country is as rich as it is vast. There's a lot of people saying how good it is to be Australian, saying whatever made it great is fading fast. So they've zoned off all the borders and they shut down all the waters to ensure no one gets past who don't belong. Rounded up like criminals, these undrowned men and women all but die upon our shore before too long. Just crying out the chorus of a song. Ooh. They are just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe again. Ain't we all just looking for a little space, looking for a pretty place to breathe? When I was growing up, I made this little sort of, I suppose, a pledge to myself that I was going to write a song about everyone that I ever met. So I haven't finished yet, but I'm working on it. This one's called Richard, and this one's about Richard. This whole town is different. Now they're laying poor Richard to rest. Though at his worst he was a blurry-eyed drunk, he was a gentleman jester at best. And his mind was a treasure the few times he could get all his words to make sense. Just like listening to Mozart being played on the castanets. So when the keg would run dry and old Merv would start calling, we'd all get up to leave, but poor Richard would have fallen asleep on the bar mat, his boots off, tucked under his stool. It's time to go home, Richard. Think it's time to go home. It's time to go home, Richard. It's time to go home. Some nights Carol had come barreling in with her robe and her slippers on, and we'd laugh as she was dragging poor old Richard from whatever drink he was sipping on. But all joking aside, I just could never decide who I took more pity on. Here's two people so chained together, still both so alone. And outside in the street they'd both bicker and bark. Then she'd leave him to scream down his demons in the darkness as it echoed through the town while he's pounding his fists to his chest. Think it's time to go home, Richard. It's time to go home. It's time to go home, Richard. I think it's time to go home. This old town is different now, they've laid poor Richard to rest. As we share one last beer and watch the service, perched high on this cemetery crest. But his face starts to shine to see old Carol in her fine chiffon funeral dress. And we both shed a tear for the mercy of all that must end. And as they lower his old body under the earth, he recalls the day that his mother gave birth to a sweet little Richard, so helpless, so perfect, so loved. But now it's time to go home, Richard. It's time to go home. It's time to go home, Richard. It's time to go home. It's time to go home, Richard. It's time to go home. It's time to go home, Richard. Thanks, everyone. Thanks so much.
Congratulations, Boolarra Folk Festival. You've done it again. You've risen to the challenge. This time it's online. It's going to be fantastic music. We're all going to be toe tapping and enjoying ourselves. Congratulations to Rick Teixeira for winning Latrobe City Council's Australian of the Year Citizenship Award. Really richly deserved. So to you, Richard, and all the team, congratulations. Let's have a fantastic time and well done.
Smokin' Dog Johnson is Balara's own blues, psychedelic rock cover band. They evoke the spirit of the 60s and 70s with songs by bands such as Canned Heat, The Doors and Chain. Welcome back to the Boolarra Folk Festival, Chelsea, Clayton, Tristan, Grant and Shane. Smokin' Dog Johnson.
Well, I've been down so that it looks like up to me. Said I've been down so goddamn long that it looks like up to me. Oh, come on, oh, come on, and set me free. Miss Maggie McGill, she lives on the hill. Her daddy got drunk and left her no will, so she went down, down a tangy town. People down there really like to get it on. So if you're sad and you're feeling blue, go out and buy a brand new pair of shoes and you go down, down a tangy town. People down there really like to get it on, yeah. Illegitimate son of a rock and roll star. Illegitimate son of a rock and roll star. Mom met dad in the back of a rock and roll car. Yeah. Well, I'm an old blues man, and I think that you understand. I've been singing the blues ever since the world began. Miss Maggie McGill, she lived on the hill. Her daddy got drunk and left her in the will, so she went down, down a tangy town.
Welcome now to the Boolarra Folk Festival, the very talented and an old friend of mine, Peter Couples. Originally hailing from Gippsland, Peter has played at the Folk Festival in previous years and his family members have been involved since the very beginning, which Peter will tell you about. Please enjoy the beautiful voice and the songwriting talents of Peter Couples.
Welcome to the Balara Folk Festival with a difference this year. I was very much looking forward to coming down and seeing your smiling faces in person. Not to be, we all know that, and but we're still very, very excited to be able to bring you the live music. I'm going to pay tribute to my brother Terry today, as Terry was a founding member of the organisation for the Balara Folk Festival. He was much loved by his family and community. And he was not only a talented musician, but a very fine lyricist and bush poet. And his first song started out as a poem that he wrote about our father, Jack Couples. It's called The Poor Man's Al Jolson. The house of my childhood was in need of repair. He said he'd get around to it soon. The bend in the chimney caused smoke from the fire to billow back into the room. Well, none of that mattered, 'cause it's Saturday night and it's time for the fun to begin. And the poor man's Al Jolson, who looks like a pauper, on Saturday night he is king. Well, the old wooden barrel holds plenty of cheer, and the wick in the lantern is long, and the room is soon filled with all family and friends. There's plenty of laughter and song, while folks in their 50s sang songs from the 40s made famous by people like Bing. And the poor man's Al Jolson, he would stand to his feet and tell them it's my turn to sing. Singing Mammy, Mammy, and all would join in the refrain. Singing Mammy, Mammy, then they'd ask him to sing it again. Well, there's 4 snowy kids with their heads round the doorway. He gives them a wink and a grin, settles back in his armchair, safe in the knowledge that they'll probably end up like him. While his wife would sit down at a tuneless piano, but she'd make those ivories a ring. And the poor man's Al Jolson, he would stand to his feet and tell them it's my turn to sing. Singing Mammy, Mammy, and all would join in the refrain. Singing Mammy, Mammy, then they'd ask him to sing it again. Well, the house of my childhood is no longer standing. The bush that surrounds it is gone. And old family and friends, they have long since departed or packed up their bags and moved on. Well, I'd like to believe that there still is a place set aside for old family and friends. With his wife there beside him, the poor man's Al Jolson would join in a chorus again, singing Mammy, Mammy, and all would join in the refrain. Singing Mammy, Mammy, then they'd ask him to sing it again. Singing Mammy, Mammy, and all would join in the refrain. Singing Mammy, Mammy, and they'd ask him to sing it again. Sing it again. Now the second tune I'm going to sing for you is a song that Terry and I wrote. And we wrote this about a bloke by the name of Darryl Lucas Dooley. He was the local storyteller in our hometown of Woodside, which is just over the hills there. And it's simply entitled Storyteller. gather round the story man. No book was ever in his hand. His life was never that well planned. It just happened that way. The stories may have not been true, but it leave that up to me and you. We never had the slightest doubt that it happened that way. For each line on his face told of time and the places he had been, and the light in his eyes would shine brighter than the stars on a moonless night. When he held the floor, all we wanted was more. He remembered everything he knew, and it laced it with a lie or two. You can take the story home with you. You may use it someday. The canvas of his life was colorful, projected from a barroom stool, as eager ears would listen to all he had to say. For each line on his face told of time and of places he had been, and the light in his eyes would shine brighter than the stars on a moonless night. When he held the floor, all we wanted was more. For each line on his face told of time and of places he had been, and the light in his eyes would shine brighter than the stars on a moonless night. When he held the floor, all we wanted was more.
Now, my third tune is a wee ditty that I wrote about my family tree, and most of us that live in this wonderful country, Australia, have the roots of our family tree firmly planted in other countries, so it's a very relatable song to all. Simply entitled The Pioneers.
Way back in Ireland, my grandfather's father, he boarded a boat bound for Australia. Like so many others, left fathers and mothers, farewelled Irish eyes for the very last time. Though they knew in their hearts they may never return, such were the pioneers. Well, they moved to Glenrowan, raised children of their own. William took Jessie for his bride. Then after the wedding day, decided on moving back up to Gippsland and start a new life. Though they knew in their hearts they may never return, such were the pioneers. Well, they always had music and it seemed to pass through them, and so through my father it came down to me. So when I was 16, said I'll be leaving, I have to follow my musical dream. Though I knew in my heart I may never return, just like a pioneer. Now I have children, and they have their own dreams, planning their futures that don't include me. So one day I'll stand in my forefather's shadow and somehow remember that it's all meant to be. And I'll know in my heart they may never return. Such are the pioneers, for they on they go. It's a journey from soul to soul, passed on from young to old, the circle of all we know. Pioneer, it's a journey from soul to soul, passed on from young to old, the circle of all we know, the pioneers. Oh, we are still pioneers, we are still pioneers. Thanks very much, everybody, for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure playing for you. I'd also like to thank all the people that are working behind the scenes here. They've done a magnificent job in being able to bring this festival to you at home. Cheers, enjoy. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Marg Thomas. I'm one of the volunteer directors of the Community Bank Merbau Northern District. We know how popular this festival is in our district, and we congratulate the Folk Festival Committee on their dedication and commitment to bring this festival to you through this different means this year. As long-standing sponsors of the Boolarra Folk Festival, we didn't hesitate to pitch in an extra $2,000 when the Festival Committee applied for funding of this virtual event. That's a total of $3,000 from your community bank towards making this event happen. Community banking returns 80% of banking profits to our communities. So consider supporting not only your local festival, but also your local bank. Well, folks, enjoy the music, and I hope to see you back next year at the Boolarra Folk Festival.
One of our great local bands is Mollimore. Known for many years as the Molly Maguires, the band changed to Mollimore in 2016 to more accurately represent the style and range of music they play. Their current repertoire includes traditional, original and borrowed songs and tunes. Frank, Pete, Kate, Ben and Steve play a range of slow flute or fiddle melodies, rhythmic reels and marches and rollicking jigs. Welcome back, a Boolarra Folk Festival favourite, Mollimore.
that tune was called Echoes Calling, and tribute to Padder O'Donnell. And it's just great for Mollymore to be back here at the Boolarra Folk Festival, and we thank everybody for organising it this year. It's a bit different, but great credit to the committee and volunteers, etc., to put it on, and the guys doing the sound and spending their afternoon here in a hot, sunny Australian afternoon. So yeah, thank you. This is called the Newrie Highwayman, and I've attached a tune that I wrote at the end of it, which doesn't have a name yet.
I went overseas for a couple of weeks and I came back and they'd gone all Hungarian on us.
Or Bulgarian or whatever, anyway.
Yeah.
So this is the song, the Newrie Highwayman. Stephen's Green, now I lie in scorn. I served my time there to the saddler's trade, and I was always a roving blade. I was always a roving blade. At 17 I took a wife. I loved her dearer than my own life, and for to keep her both neat and gay, I went a robbing on the King's Highway. Went a robbing on the King's Highway. I never robbed any poor man yet, nor any tradesmen that I beset, but I robbed their lords and their ladies fair, and I brought their jewels to my heart's delight. I brought their jewels to my heart's delight. Garden I made my way with my dear wife for to see the play. Lord Fielding's men did me pursue. Taken was I by the cursed crew. Taken was I by the cursed crew. Father cried, my darling son. My wife, she cried, I am undone. My mother tore her white locks and cried that in the cradle I should have died. That in the cradle I should have died. And when I'm dead and in my grave, a flashy funeral play let me have. 6 highwaymen for to carry me. Give them broadswords and sweet liberty. Give them broadswords and sweet liberty. 6 pretty fair maids to bear my plough. Give them white garlands and ribbons all. And when they pay me, they'll speak the truth. He was a wild and a wicked youth. He was a wild and a wicked. Okay, I'd just like to introduce the band now. Mr. Ben Sim on my right playing fiddle, Pete Foote on bass and bouzouki, Steve Schultz on djembe and various other percussive sounds, and Kate Haynes on flute and accordion and vocals.
And we have Frank O'Dowd on vocals and guitars.
Thank you.
And we're going to do another set of tunes. The first one is one that Frank wrote. It's about a native Australian animal called the platypus. And then we've got two traditional Irish tunes to follow it up.
I'd just like to thank you all goodbye, and hopefully next year we'll be outdoors for the Boolarra Folk Festival, which is a great festival that's been run here in Gippsland for probably 17 years or more. We played at the first one 18. We played at the first one, and I think maybe the second one, and then a few more. So we're grateful for the opportunity to play music live again. Again, thank you all, everybody on the sound, filming, and volunteers. Thank you.
See you all.
See ya.
G'day everybody, it's Russell North here, member for Maul, a proud supporter of the Boolarra Folk Festival. To you, Ray, to Rick, Citizen of the Year, and all the Boolarra Folk Festival committee, thank you for your efforts in bringing the 2021 Boolarra Folk Festival to us, online in a different forum, but I'm sure it'll be a great success, and we look forward to catching up with you next year in person in the park. But for 2021 and the festival, have a great one. Best wishes for now.
We've had many artists perform at the Boolarra Folk Festival over the last 18 years, with young, talented musicians honing their craft in front of appreciative audiences. This year, we have another young guitarist debuting at the festival. Her name is Olivia Lay. She's 20 years old. She won the regional Battle of the Bands competition, and she's played at venues such as the Palais in Hepburn Springs and the Tote in Collingwood. Please enjoy the beautiful sounds of instrumentalist Olivia Lay.
Hi, I'm Olivia Lay. I'm 20 years old and living in Lakes Entrance. I'm looking forward to playing for everyone today, and I'm going to play 3 of my original instrumental pieces. Hope you enjoy. This first one's called Open Sea, which I recently released on all streaming services. Hope you like it. This next one is called Billabong Blues. This last one's called Daydream. Hope you like it. Thanks, I hope you all enjoyed my set and look forward to listening to all the other musicians. Bye.
The Royal Hijinks write, play and sing music inspired by European traditions, shaded with gypsy jazz, swing, Balkan and a pinch of classical virtuosity. They also sport a spectacular wardrobe combining dapper suits and burlesque exuberance. Sarah, Silas, Jen and Terry bring an energy to every performance, and as our last performers for the Boolarra Folk Festival 2021, they'll make sure we go out with a bang. The Royal Hijinks.
Hello everybody, we are the Royal Hijinks. It's a pleasure to be back here at Boolarra Folk Festival, celebrating music and life with you all. We can feel your good vibes from afar. So put on those dancing shoes, because here's a song by Jen Hawley. Here we go.
Forever is a very long time when you have to live it. It seemed pretty easy at the church, I was happy enough to give it. I never knew a single lapse until he came along. He caused my world to fall apart, yeah, I know what I did was wrong. Oh, so wrong. I know what I did was wrong. I won't stray, you let me stay, don't make me go away. Please, please, hear my pleas, I promise you today. I won't stray, if you let me stay, don't make me go away. with regrets, my heart had lost its way. I sailed the world until I leave my sad eyes far behind me, like Christopher Columbus, like a pirate queen. I'm like a pirate queen. I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go away. Please, please, hear my pleas, I promise you today. I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go away. Please, please, hear my pleas, I promise you today. Gone away, I sit alone and count the cost. I only found out when you're gone just how much I'd lost. I burnt you, baby, when I lied. I know our love went bust. Honey, won't you give me one more chance to try and earn your trust? The deep blue sky has nothing left to say. Can you hear the seabirds calling out your name? I cried an ocean of tears for you today. Tomorrow, who knows what may come? Sea of heartbreak, sea of love.
I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go
Sea of
away.
heartbreak, sea of love.
Please, hear my pleas, I promise you
Heartbreak,
today.
sea of love.
I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go
Heartbreak, sea of
away.
love.
Please, hear my pleas, I promise you today.
I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go away. Please, please, hear my pleas, I promise you today. I won't stray if you let me stay, don't make me go away. Please, please, hear my pleas, I promise you today.
In Scotland, they have a saying, what's meant for you will not go by you. And that's especially true for anybody in love. This is for you.
Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I was watching you across the room. I was wishing I played in a band. Wish I knew the first thing about dancing when you jumped up and grabbed my hand. I was trying to remember your name. I was feeling the warmth of your smile. I felt as lucky as a guy in a suit on the day he walks down the aisle. And all the people sing, oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was lucky you were in my arms. Lucky that you showed up that night. Lucky we were dancing close and slow when they closed the door and down the lights. Lucky we snuck out the back in the dark, saw the moonlight across your face. Lucky you gave me a good night kiss, then invited me back to your place. And all the people sing, oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. of Sarah Busital on the violin. Here's Jen. And Terry Cole. We like going to festivals, see some good bands and have a dance. We'll be making our own hijinks, we'll be making our own romance. Then we'll sit by a fire with guitars and I'll sing you a gypsy song. Make sure we're having the time of our lives, 'cause our lives don't last that long. And all the people sing, oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, you make my day. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, folks, next up for our third song, we're going to play you the title track of our latest CD. And it's called Murder Motel. It's about all those places that you probably don't want to stay. And we had a lot of fun in lockdown making a little ISO video of this track. So you can catch it on our YouTube channel. And Terry and I were filming in our mud brick palace in Murniong. And Sarah and Silas have dropped themselves in with a green screen. It's a bit of fun.
Straight into their house with the axe murderer.
Extraordinaire.
Spooky, spooky. Still gives me nightmares.
Right, this way to the Murder Motel. Enjoy your stay at the Murder Motel. Don't you mock our rustic style, 'cause you might be here a while. Here at the Murder Motel.
Mice in every nook at the Murder Motel. The only sauce and cook at the Murder Motel. He makes a killer stew, let him whip some up for you. Here at the Murder Motel. You want to run away, but there's nowhere else to stay. Before you lay your head, lay some towels across the bed.
Well, the rooms aren't very clean at the Murder Motel.
The pool's a little green at the Murder Motel.
Don't be tempted to go in.
You might not get out again here at the Murder Motel.
The stench of something rotting at the Murder Motel.
What's the owner planning at the Murder Motel?
His blunt and rusty axe
might stop you in your tracks here at the Murder Motel. There's a knock upon the door. What could that be for? You're not expecting guests. Let's hope that you're not next. As you draw the shower screen, you can hear the psycho theme. Let's check out a date at the Murder Motel.
10 might be too late at the murder motel.
We've had a little stay.
Can't wait to get away from the horrors at the murder motel. From the horrors at the murder motel. Get away from the murder motel. Shh.
Thank you, everybody. We've been the Royal Hijinks. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to Chelsea, Rick, Brett on sound, the amazing lighting crew. This has been so much fun. Please keep supporting live music, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Well, thank you for being part of the Boolarra Folk Festival 2021. Next year, how about we come together and do it in the park?